So the next thing we're going to do after you get all your holes drilled, sorry that was the wrong side, is we're going to go to the bandsaw and we're going to cut on each one of these lines, and we're actually going to add a line. I'll show you that later, but make sure you're wearing safety glasses. We're going to go over to the wall and turn on the dust collector. So you push this start button, and we're going to leave it off, so when you get done you would push the stop button unless somebody else is continuing to work. We're going to leave it off for noise reasons, and then we're going to cut each one of these lines as we go through the different pieces here. You're going to cut inside the line, you want to leave the outside of the line. So as we're cutting, you want to keep your fingers at least two inches away from the wood. We're going to cut straight into the wood, and notice because we drilled those holes, you can rotate the blade around inside there, and we're going to cut each one of those lines out. This is going to make that process pretty easy to cut each one of those lines. So I've cut into the corners. Let me just stop this. I'll pull it out and then I can show you what we've done so far. So if you look up here in the hole, I've squared out that corner. So we want to cut along each one of those lines still. So we want to make sure that if the saw is set like this, some of the 8th grade projects we're cutting a lot thicker pieces of wood. So if the saw is sticking like this, we don't want that because it's easy to get your fingers into the blade. So we want to make sure we put that down. So if you just loosen this knob, you can slide that down, and we want to touch the wood and then bring it up just a little bit so that it slides underneath there without a problem. Then you will just continue to cut. You want to lay the blade up against the side of the wood that was drilled, and you can make that cut. Notice that I've got a piece sticking in there. You can push that away with your wood, and now I just have one more piece right there that I need to cut out of there, so I can slide that in and cut right on that line, and that piece should be pretty good. So in order to check that out, we'll have you try some different pieces of wood. I've got one down here from an earlier cut. Whoops, that's not the right one. But you can take another piece of this wood and slide it in between there.